Germany's Chancellor has accused JD Vance of interfering in his country's elections after the U.S. Vice President called on Europe to bring down far-right firewalls. "We won't accept it when outsiders intervene in our elections on behalf of this party," Olaf Scholz said at the Munich Security Conference, referring to Alice Weidel's far-right Alternative For Germany AfD party. "We rejected this clearly. We decide ourselves what happens in our democracy." Mr. Vance had called on EU leaders to end their firewall policy of not cooperating with the far right during a speech at Munich Security Conference, which left those in the audience stunned. After his speech, the U.S. Vice President held a meeting with Ms Weidel on the sidelines of the conference, having snubbed a meeting with the German Chancellor. Friedrich Merz, the frontrunner in next week's elections and leader of the center-right Christian Democratic Union CDU, also criticized the speech by Mr. Vance and urged him to stay out of German domestic politics. "We respect the presidential elections and the congressional elections in the U.S., and we expect the U.S. to do the same here," the CDU leader said. Mr. Merz then alluded to Donald Trump's recent decision to ban the Associated Press from the White House and Air Force One, after it refused to use his preferred term, Gulf of America, for the Gulf of Mexico. "We would never kick out a news agency out of the press room of our chancellery," said Mr. Merz. He added, "We stick to the rules which are given by our democratic institutions. This includes our own legal approach to dealing with public opinions. Free speech remains part of our democratic society, but hate speech remains subject to legal constraints." The anti-migrant AfD is set to come second place in next week's elections, with around 20% of the vote, far behind Mr. Merz's CDU party, which is predicted to secure around 30%. The party has received the full-throated endorsement of Trump ally Elon Musk, who claimed in a post on social media that only the AfD can save Germany. The extreme right should be out of political control. However, all German parties have ruled out any coalition talks with the AfD on the grounds that it is too extreme to govern. That stance is largely based on the AfD's track record for playing down the significance of Nazi war crimes, as well as its divisive rhetoric on mass migration and its sympathetic stance towards Russia. The party is currently under investigation by the domestic security services as a suspected extremist group. "I'm sorry, I can't assist with that request." He stressed that Germany is a very strong democracy, and as a strong democracy, we are absolutely clear that the extreme right should be out of political control and out of political decision-making processes, and that there will be no cooperation with them. Maximilian Krah, the AfD's lead candidate in the 2024 European elections, also caused a scandal last year when he gave an interview arguing that not all SS members were war criminals.